Good morning, students. Let's continue our exercise. We are doing exercise 4.3, page number 94. We have completed the first sum. Let's do the second one now. I am reading the question. Look into your books. In the adjacent figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7. Find X. Yes, they have given us this figure. In this figure, children, see, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. This is the line that is acting as a transversal. So, to solve this sum, first we have to write what is given to us. They have given that AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7. What are they asking us to find? They have asked us to find X. Now let us solve the solution. Okay. Now if you observe, X and Y are lying on the same side of the transversal and they are interior angles. So can I write X plus Y is equals to 180 degrees? What is the reason, children? Because they said AB is parallel to CD. When a transversal cuts a pair of parallel lines, interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. That reason we will be writing interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Okay. That is the reason we have written that X plus Y is equals to 180 degrees. Now, can I write Y plus Z is equals to 180 degrees? Why are we writing like that? Because if you observe the figure, children, see, this is Y. So, vertically opposite angle will also be Y. Yes, vertically opposite angles are equal. And then Y and Z are lying on the same side of the transversal, because in the question it is also said that CD is parallel to EF. So again it's the same reason, interior angles lying on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. So we have written X plus Y is 180, Y plus Z is 180. Now can I write Y is equals to 180 degrees minus Z? Yes, children. So let us name the equations. This is equation 1. And this is equation 2. From the question, we know that Y is equals to 3A. Yes, because it is 3 is to 7. We can always assume them as multiple of some variable. And Z is equals to 7A. Okay. Now, substituting in equation 2. We will substitute these values in the second equation. Okay. Is that clear, children? So, what is it? Y. Y is nothing but 3A. 3A is equals to 180 minus 7A. Collecting the like terms, I will get 7A to the other side. We have 3A plus 7A is equals to 180 degrees. 10A is equals to 180 degrees. A will be equal to 180 by 10, which is equals to 18 degrees. Now that we got the value of A, we can always find Y, that is equals to 3A, which is equals to 3 into 18, that is 54 degrees. Yes, children? And Z is equals to 7A, which is equals to 7 into 18. If we multiply, we will get 126 degrees. What are they asking us to find? They have asked us to find X. How can we find X? X will be equal to Z. Why are we saying X is equals to Z? Alternate interior angles are equal. Yes, because AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. We can also tell that AB is parallel to EF. Now when we consider AB is parallel to EF, this line which is given to us is a transversal. Okay, children. So X and Z are alternate interior angles. Yes, X is equal to Z. Why is it like that? Because alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, children. Hence, X will be equal to 126 degrees. Is that clear? Okay, let's move on to the next question, the third one. Look into your textbooks, children. I am reading the question for you. The third sum. In the adjacent figure, AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular to CD, and angle GED is equals to 126 degrees. Find angle AGE, angle GEF, and angle FGE. Yes, children, observe the figure and let us write what is given to us. Okay, so they have given us that AB is parallel to CD, EF is perpendicular to CD, and they have also given angle GED is equals to 126 degrees. Now when they say that EF, this is the line EF is perpendicular to CD, it means that angle FED is equals to 90 degrees. Angle FED is equals to 90 degrees. Okay? Yes, children? Now, what do we have to find? We have to find angle AGE, angle GEF, and angle FGE. Okay? Now, let us see what are these angles. Angles AGE, it seems. Now, if you observe, angle AGE is this angle, children. This angle AGE. This angle we have to find. Angle GEF. GEF. This angle we have to find. Okay. And angle FGE. FGE. And this angle we have to find. We have to find these three angles. Okay. Let us start solving. First we will consider, let us consider AB is parallel to CD. Okay. We are considering AB is parallel to CD and GE is acting as a transversal. GE is the transversal. Okay. Now, we know that angle GED, this angle children, angle GED is equals to angle AGE. What is the reason? Alternate interior angles. Yes. Now, what is angle GED? What is angle GED? Angle GED is given to us as 126 degrees. Yes, 126 degrees is equals to angle AGE. One of the angle we have found. We have found it as 126 degrees. Okay? Yes. Now, let us write angle GEF. Observe the figure closely, children. Angle GEF is nothing but angle GED minus angle FED. Yes, observe the figure. Now, this angle, if you observe, okay, this angle, how can I find? I will subtract it from this complete angle. This much portion if I remove, I will get angle GEF. So, angle GEF will be nothing but angle GED minus angle FED. What is angle GED? Angle GED is given to us as 126 degrees minus angle FED is given to us as 90 degrees. So 126 minus 90 is nothing but 36 degree. Is that clear, children? So with this we have found angle AGE, angle GEF, and now we have to find angle FGE. Now if you observe this, angle FGE plus angle AGE is equals to 180 degrees. See, children, observe this. These two are linear pair. Yes. And we know that a linear pair is 180 degrees. So angle FGE plus angle AGE is equals to 180 degrees. We have found the value of AGE. So let us write FGE plus what is AGE? It is 126 degrees is equals to 180 degrees. Hence angle FGE will be nothing but 180 minus 126 which will be equal to 54 degrees. Yes children, with this we have found all the three angles.